Assalamu alaikum, bachcho. We are going to start our fourth lecture on our story, A Hanging by George Orwell. It's paragraph number 4. If we see the background of this story, or if you see this paragraph specifically, it is presenting a moment just before the execution. We have, in last 3 paragraphs, almost we have done the same. And it's the continuity of that. And we see that the jail officials are finalizing preparations. So this part will highlight the casual attitude of authority. It is continued. We have observed it in previous paragraphs. Then the routine nature of execution and the dehumanization of the prisoner. So let's start. First line, Francis, the head jailer, a fat Dravidian in a white drill suit and gold spectacles, waved his black hand. See, again, description, strong description, uh, physical description of a person who is a jailer here. His name is Francis. And we can see that Orwell has introduced him physically, his appearance, how he looks. He's very fat. And if we also find certain other phrases, a white drill suit, what he's wearing, then gold spectacles, again, what he's wearing. All these three suggest authority, status, and comfort. And we also find a contrast here, and that all authority, status, and comfort contrast with the suffering of the prisoner. He does not have any authority, he does not have any status, he's not enjoying any kind of comfort. So, this sentence or line highlights inequality within the system. Then, yes, sir, he bubbled. All is satisfactorily prepared. He says that, and before that, if you see, he waves hand. The waving hand is a gesture that shows casual authority. Though this act is very simple, it is just waving a hand, but it suggests control and confidence, as if he is managing an ordinary task. There's nothing special in it. And when he says, yes, sir, he bubbled. So you will see there is a repetition. Yes, sir, yes, sir. And then the word bubbled. Both of them suggest eagerness and submissiveness. He's very eager to obey his boss. Francis appears overly obedient to the superintendent, right? We also have people like Francis who are ready to make their bosses happy. It reflects the hierarchy within the prison system, that you have to obey your boss. Whatever he asks you, you have to do it. All is satisfactorily prepared. This line shows that the execution is treated like a routine procedure. It is all is prepared and satisfactorily. So the word satisfactorily is suggesting here two things: efficiency and completion. So it also ignores the seriousness of taking a human life. They are not concerned what they are doing. What they are concerned is how efficient they are in completing all preparations. The hangman is waiting. Again, a short sentence, but very strong, informative, powerful, disturbing. So now Francis mentions the hangman, that he is waiting. So it is also, this sentence is emphatic. It is emphasizes the mechanical process of execution. Hangman is waiting. They have prepared uh, all the required, and now they are waiting for the orders so they can execute. It shows that everything is scheduled. It shows that everything is organized. Everything is according to routine, and it is uh, it shows as if it were a normal duty. Executing a man is not a normal duty, but they are used to it now. They have been doing it on daily basis. That's why they are emotionless now. It's for them to just to obey the orders. Then he again, a short sentence of 3 words, we shall proceed. So it is a very formal statement, and that formal statement indicates the beginning of the execution, the beginning of the process. And you see, Francis has very calm and official tone that makes the act of execution seems orderly and controlled. They are following they are following certain sequence, and each and everything is in control. Let me scroll it. Yes. So then we'll find another sentence. Well, quick march then. Then he commands, he gives a command, he gives an order, quick march. Obviously, it is a military tone. So in military, we give this order, quick march. So we find a touch of military life, military system, and that reflects discipline and urgency. Quick march means you have to move faster. So it treats the execution like a routine operation. Again, you find each and every sentence is presenting one thing, and that is a routine, a routine work. We find that it is considered as a routine. The prisoners can't get their breakfast till this job's over. Look at it. How cynical it is, how inhumane it is, and very ironic, very disturbing. The execution is considered as a job to be accomplished, to be done, and it is just a task. And see how cruel it is that all have to wait for a breakfast. They cannot breakfast until this task is completed. So they are also concerned about breakfast. So it shows how casually human life is treated, as if the execution is merely a delay in daily routine, that it is preventing other people to do their work. It is preventing other people to perform their duties. Their routine matters. So that is very strong, disturbing line that that disturbs us, that encourages us to think about execution, about the process of execution. If we see, there is a constant use of different literary techniques Imagery we can find irony, we can find contrast, and even tone and mood are telling us so many things. If you see imagery, we find a physical description. And physical description is used by the writer to create a clear image of authority, and it is also used to create contrast it with the unseen suffering of the prisoner. See, you will find the words white drill suit or gold spectacles, right? Then, if you see tone and mood, it is very casual, it is formal, it is detached, it has no attachment. If you see words like satisfactorily and proceed, these two words make the execution seem routine, a routine matter, a thing that is done daily. The way for example, we take breakfast daily, so they are executing people daily. For them, it is just like having an exercise, performing a task. So here the mood is very disturbing because such a serious act is treated lightly. They are doing as it is normal. There's nothing special. One person is going to finish, going to be finished, and it is going to be finished by your hands. Then, ironical it is too. Strong irony we will find when we refer to execution as a job. The word job is used for execution, and it also links this job to breakfast. We find a contrast in it, and that contrast links or the contrast highlights the lack of humanity in the system. They are behaving like machines. There's no humanity in their actions, even in their thinking. They have become machines. They have become even objects. They are also objects. They are not human beings. We talked earlier that the prisoner is treated like an animal or is just like an object. So I must say here that the people who are preparing for his execution and who are going to execute him, they're also not humans. They are also robots. They are like machines. They are without feelings. And for them, it is a normal, routine matter. And we also find contrast again and again. We can see a contrast between a comfort and authority of Francis, the jailer, and we find a comparison, an opposite situation, that is the helplessness of the prisoner is helpless. We discussed it in the second paragraph, how he looked. He has shaved head. He's weak, as if he has lost all his hope. He has given up. He has surrendered everything. And on the other side, we find a person who is enjoying comfort, who is enjoying authority, wearing glasses, wearing a suit. All right. So this contrast focuses on inequality, focuses on injustice. We will also find almost the same themes as we have discussed in previous paragraphs. Routine nature of death. We'll find the reference again here. Satisfactorily prepared. It shows that execution is treated like a regular task. And this phrase also makes death seem very ordinary, very common, very usual. Then we also find dehumanization here. When we call execution a job, it reduces the prisoner to an object. It dehumanizes it. It dehumanizes it. His life is treated as insignificant, unimportant, unworthy within the system. Then we also find authority and hierarchy in it. You see, the word is repeated, yes, sir, yes, sir. That shows strict hierarchy, strict obedience, and obedience to make your boss happy, to make him feel satisfied. So here we see that authority operates through orders and compliance. They follow an order, they follow the sequence, they follow a chain. Then, very disturbing, that is emotional detachment. These people are found detached, no emotions, emotionless people. They are concerned about breakfast instead of the prisoner's life. They are waiting that he should be executed, then they will take breakfast. So this thing shows lack of sympathy, lack of empathy. They have no sympathy for, no humanity for the prisoner. Prisoner's life is not important. One person who was among them, who has been among them, he's leaving the world. He's dying. His life is going to be finished. But they are concerned with what? With their breakfast, with their routine. They want to feed them up. So officials are disconnected here from human sufferings. We don't know here what other prisoners are feeling, but here, officers or the people who are part of the process of execution, they looked very satisfied. They are emotionally detached. They're not concerned with human suffering. Then obviously in wherever you find the paragraph from this story, you have to give the reference of injustice of capital punishment. The language is very casual throughout the story till now, and very casual language, especially for execution. And that casual language highlights execution's cruelty and raises questions about its morality. Is it moral to execute someone? Whatever he has done, you can have other options to punish him. So, is it necessary to punish someone by executing him? So, this is the question our writer wants us to raise. If you go back even to the history of colonialism, even in Pakistan, in subcontinent, even if you go to if you read American history, you find that weak people are brutally executed like animals without any feelings. So this is the same thing we find here. So if we talk about writing style, we see again same repetition, simple language, and direct language. But here we find more dialogues. In previous three paragraphs, in first two, there were no dialogues. In third one, we find a dialogue. But here we find more dialogues, more conversation. And if we see his style is realistic, close to reality, and but his style is understated, that allow irony to emerge naturally. We find irony emerging in very natural and smooth way. Similarly, you see in this paragraph, he has used short statements. He has also shown official language. So this usage makes the scene more powerful as it shows how calmly and routinely execution is handled. And we also find a contrast between tone and subject. And that contrast adds depth of meaning and impact of the story, impact of the narration on on the readers. If you critically analyze this passage, you will find that in this paragraph, This paragraph is revealing the inhuman nature of institutional authority. When you enjoy institutional authority, you become inhuman. You are not a human being, you become a machine. And our writer is showing how execution is reduced to a routine duty, especially in this paragraph. It is more, it is revealed more emphatically in this paragraph. And the way the, it is executed, the way executed is done, execution is done, uh, it raises certain questions. It execution is carried out without moral reflection. You don't feel any moral responsibility on your shoulders that you are taking lives daily of certain people. Then the officials concerned with efficiency and daily routine is found here, is revealed here. They are not concerned with the human beings. They are concerned with how they efficiently they are doing their routine work. They have no concern with the human life. So that thing exposes the cruelty of the system, how cruel the system is, how emotionless the system is. And we see in this paragraph, irony is used and more dialogues are used. With the help of these two, Orwell is criticizing capital punishment and he is highlighting how authority can become insensitive and mechanical. That is very painful, very dangerous. So let us conclude it. If we see this paragraph, it is emphasizing again the themes of dehumanization, authority, and routine treatment of death. And we see with the help of irony, with the help of contrast, with the help of detached tone, Orwell is presenting execution as a normal task rather than a moral issue. So the casual attitude of the officials is making the scene deeply disturbing and highlighting the injustice of the system. I hope you have understood it. It's clear, it's very simple. The idea is very simple and it's not very intricate. I hope you have understood it. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Don't shy asking questions and do your work with honesty. Thank you for watching.